Okay. I have started again. I'm just gonna go on my own channel and see if I'm live. uh. Okay. Oh, I think I'm working. Um. Am I muted on here? Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, okay. Okay. Yes. Oh my god. Hi, Leo. Do you know what? That's so annoying. I thought like nobody. I thought I was. Oh, don't even get me started. The fact I have a sore throat and I've been talking for 15 minutes to nobody. Like, are you fucking serious? And even if like nobody was here yet, like people were late, I was like, oh well, people can watch back. No. It's fine. I'm fine. Everything is fine. Um, I'm just gonna put a message on my Insta story. Hello, we are actually live now. If you did stop by and it was black screen, I didn't realize that it wasn't working. We're here. Come back. Okay. Nope, sorry, bestie. Please take care of your voice. Yeah, I've been ill for like 2 weeks. But it's been like a weird kind of, sometimes I feel okay, but I've got a slight headache, and then sometimes I've got a sore throat and then I feel okay in myself. And then all of today I felt like okay, but I had a sore throat. And then now I had a nap just before, and now I feel dog shit, but that's because I had a nap also. Like that is part of it. Hey Mal. Um well, I was in the middle of show. I literally unboxed something as well. Not me speaking for fucking 12 whole minutes I was speaking for. Can you fucking believe this? Anyway, I'm showing you my broken binding version of the Mask of Mirrors. Hey, Hattie. I'm showing you. Well, I'll start again. Okay, I was talking for so long. I didn't realize I was not live. Well, I was live, but it wasn't working. So, fuck my drag, I guess. So this is the original cover for the Mask of Mirrors. This is like Six of Crows meets something, and I can't remember what the like the crossover is, but I don't want to read the reviews. I don't want to scroll down to the reviews. Leo. um but it's LGBT queer apparently. Uh what else was I going to say? Oh, also I did not realize that it's by two people. Like I've only just read this bit where it says it's by these two M for Marie and A for Alec writing together as M.A. Carrick, which is I did not know this. I have that and need to read it. And funny, I have book 1 and book 3, but not book 2. I have book 1 and 2. In 2022, I know this distinctly because of like where I was at the time, but Orbit had a 50% off sale, and I bought book 1 and 2 in paperback of this series. Um and I just haven't got around to it yet because, as we know, I have not read any of my physical TBR. But we're making headway this year. I think I've read, off the top of my head, I've read like 5 or 6 already. Maybe even more. It might even be more like 7 or 8. Hero of Ages was one of them, which I finished. Anyway, we're gonna get into Hero of Ages, my review, or like my thoughts, non-spoiler thoughts. My copy of Cursebound by Sarah Ellery has arrived, and I screamed yes. I honestly, the editions of that series have been so pretty, and I know it's like the 3rd book now, isn't it? Cursebound. So hyped. Feybound was. Oh wait, 2nd book, I think. I'm thinking of a different one that had 3rd. I think I'm thinking of the other series Sarah L. Arifi did, which is. Wait, is that the same author that did the Final Strife? Or am I mixing up authors? No, yeah, that is Sarah El-Arifi as well. I'm thinking of the Final Strife. The third one of that just came out. The final of that trilogy. Um, but like, yeah, Kirseband's a different one. Yeah, Feyman's from different series, same author though. I was right. Yo, you're right. Yeah, I knew I was okay. But yeah, this series, The Mask of Mirrors, which is the Rook and Rose series, I've heard really good things. The first one has a 4.03 on Goodreads, which is quite high in my opinion. Like for fantasy, like epic fantasy, adult fantasy, I feel like a 4 and above, we're smooth sailing, you know? So, again, just to show you, this is the original cover, which I really like, but it does give like paperback. Like if that was on a hardcover, like it looks like the paperback version of a book. Like a hardcover would have, the original would have been different, and then this would have been the paperback, you know? So the broken binding version has just arrived. And for some reason I didn't see this artwork before it's now arrived with me today. Usually they announce the series, like what series it's going to be. And then either in the same post or like it's not long after that they like show some mock-ups. But I believe they showed the art for this like quite late, so I just kind of missed it. Like I couldn't be asked to like look it up, and I forgot till now. So this is the redesigned cover. I'm just gonna try and show it to you up close as much as I can. Sort of like a painted vibe. You can see there's a guy in the middle, which is kind of cool. Two different kind of portraits either side of him, and then the main character. And what I like about this is she's not necessarily plus sized, but she's more maybe a mid-sized portrayal compared to say a lot of covers. So I quite like that. I think her dress is beautiful. I really like the font here. I just think it's really nice. Same author, Slay author. I need a good read after the mess of Onyx Storm. Oh god, I don't even want to know. Wow, that same vibes but so different at the same time. I know, right? Like the colorway is the same with the blue and the dark themes, but this makes me think there are going to be actual like balls and masquerades in this, which I didn't necessarily think there wasn't going to be, but it's not really in much of the description, but she is like a con artist who's trying to con her way into like a noble house. And I believe there's like a trope that I'm missing that I feel like in the back of my head I know is in this book, but it's for some reason not showing up in this description. So I must have seen it in a review or something, but I don't really want to I'm trying to scroll quickly and glance. But I can't really see. Ooh. I don't want to spoil anything. Pseudo Venetian atmosphere, criminal underbelly like Six of Crows but grown up, and a twisty turny plot. Maybe that's where I saw the. Oh, okay. So we have a bi main character, a lesbian side character, and a trans side character, which is pretty cool. I mean, I didn't enjoy Iron Flame, so it's not surprising, but my hopes were high. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I'm too mad. Yeah, I DNF'd Iron Flame. And so did Molly, actually. So she recruited her friend Billy to tell us what happens in Onyx Storm. And I can't wait. Anyway, there's not really anything on the back. There's a very dark, other kind of painty portrait. It seems like a doorway and a shadow, but there's nothing underneath. And then a quote: "Fortune favors the bold, magic favors the liars." The edges are all tarot cards, so that it's the same all the way around. But I quite like this this edge. I think it's quite different. I don't see stuff like this a lot. I think we see a lot of floral. We see a lot of we see a lot of floral, a lot of geometric design, and then with a printed edge, a lot of the time I feel like it's a scene or an animal or a dragon or something. So it's kind of cute to just have a sort of pattern of tarot cards, which makes me think tarot is obviously involved at some point in it. Let's have a look underneath. Ooh, Ooh, okay. So we have a royal blue hardback, and then we have a mask there. I'm trying to make it not too bright, but you can see there are lips on the mask as well. Like, there is a lot more detail in that foiling that you can't see loads because of the lighting and the way it is, but very cool. And then on the back, there's a rose. That's lovely. I really like this. Very much looks like this cover, but without these huge horn things. So that's really cool. And then we will have end papers as well, illustrated end papers. So, ooh, here we go. There she is in her. I'm assuming that's her because she's in the blue. So there's just a couple, obviously, characters that I don't know yet. So that's cool. I really like this art style. It's kind of like realistic, but also cartoony. Ooh, okay. This is kind of cool. There's this guy, which is very like Assassin's Creed-y. He's got a sword down here as well. That's very awesome. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be my favorite character. And let's have a look and see our signatures. So here we go. Trying to be careful with it. So we've got our 2 signatures. I like that they're in 2 different colors. I think that's cute. And then we got I'm number 25, which is such a slay number, I think. Ooh, and there's like a cool map in the front as well. So that is the Broken Binding Mask of Mirrors, which I think is very pretty. I'm very happy with it. I skipped the last series in the Broken Binding subscription. There is also a tassel bookmark, but I don't want to pull it out. I hate pulling them out. But it's like gold, yellowy gold. You can see it there. Lush. Okay, I'm gonna put this behind me so that I don't ruin it. So that was the Broken Binding. I've now set you up on my laptop. Hey, I'm on the big screen. I just read The Fake Boyfriend Fiasco by Talia Hibbert, and she came through with the male bi MC, which is so rare, I find. Yeah, you're right. I don't feel like I've read... Have I ever read a male bisexual main character? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever read that. Maybe I'll have to... Hang on. The Fake Boyfriend Fiasco. Talia Hibbert is more editions. What does Talia Hibbert do? Is it the Eve Brown? Oh yeah, I thought so. Ooh. The one person I'm friends with are giving it 2 stars. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And I would also like more bisexual main characters. I love the card design. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? One of my goals tonight is to get to a minimum of 150 pages into my reread of Powerless. Nice. I finished The Hero of Ages. I know. Guys, it's been 4 years since I first tried to pick it up, which is such a long fucking time. And it was like, I'm so mad at myself that I waited this long to like finish it, because it's so good. If you have not read the Mistborn trilogy, I implore you, in fact, I beg of you, please try it out. It's so good. Like, this 3rd book, the finale, tied everything up. Every single little plot thread, explained every little, it felt like, thought that I had. Oh, it was just a masterpiece in writing and plot and structure and just like finishing a series. And I feel a lot of the time like it's very difficult to finish a series on a high note and like wrap everything up and for the series trilogy, like the series finale, to be just as good as the first two books or the first book in general, because you can get sometimes middle book syndrome. A lot of the time finales disappoint me. Queen of Nothing is one. What else? The Burning God or whatever. Is it the Burning God? Poppy War, Dragon Republic, Burning God. Yeah, Burning God. Hated it. 3 stars. Too much walking. So for me, this was like the perfect series finale. You could not top it. I sobbed through like the last. Why are we connecting to chat? Welcome to chat. Okay, I think we're back. I think we went down for like 2 seconds. I feel like I need to leave my own Twitch channel open on my. Oops, did not mean to click that. I'm just gonna check. Is everything okay? Okay, I am. I'm fine. We're still here. We're so back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Hero of Ages. So happy that I finished it. And for the last like 25%, I didn't even need to like force myself to pick it up or anything, which I've been in a bit of a slump this month. Like January I read so much, but February I've really been struggling to pick up books, and I think it's because Blood Over Brighthaven like really threw me off. Like the middle of Blood Over Brighthaven was like, ooh, and then it brought it back in full swing. Like, but I had to like force myself to pick it up in that part of the book. So then Hero of Ages as well is so long that like it is intimidating to pick up and like want to pick, like have the motivation to pick up again. But like I said, so on Thursday we got to I got to 75% of the way through. And if you don't know, Brandon Sanderson, there is a phenomena in his books which is colloquialized as the Sanderlanche. So like an avalanche at the end of each book, where like even though there's still like maybe 100 or more pages left, you are entering the final act of the book. So from here until the end, it's a Sanderlanche. Like everything is just going to be happening. Like so much shit is going down, and it's gonna be hard to follow, maybe, but you are gonna enjoy every fucking second of it. So that was where I was entering, like at the end of where I finished on Thursday's stream. And then last night I spent a lot of time playing video games this week. So I played video games like all day yesterday, and then I kind of stopped and I was like, I kind of fancy reading. And this was at like 7 o'clock last night, and I sat down around 7 and I re-emerged from my cocoon at like 10:30, having finished The Hero of Ages, having cried my eyes out. So it was so worth it, and it was so good. Today the plan is to read The Song Rising, which is the 3rd Bone Season book. Sorry, I'm just getting up the timer ready. The 3rd Bone Season book, which I have technically read before, but when I tell you, I do not remember a single thing that happened in that book other than them gathering to attack a factory. And that's probably not a spoiler. I don't know. I don't know what happened in it. I think I mentioned this before, but the second 2 books of the Bone Season I read on audio, and I was kind of in the space of mind where like I just wasn't paying attention, and I was just listening to an audiobook for the sake of listening to an audiobook, and like wasn't concentrating on them at all. So when I reread the Mime Order, like some of it was a surprise to me. Not all of it. I think the Mime Order I paid attention to way more than The Song Rising, but I could not tell you what happens in The Song Rising, like at all. Other than that one thing, that one plot point, they gather and like attack to sabotage some kind of factory. I don't fucking know. Anyway, so I plan on starting it today because I only have 8 days left on my library hold. Because I don't own the revised versions, and I don't really want to buy paperbacks that aren't floppy. So, and I didn't like the series enough to buy the broken binding editions. I think I was on the cusp of doing it, like I could have, but it was again at a time where I was feeling very like I need to save money and I need to not buy things that don't like truly bring me joy. And as much as I like the Bone Season series, it sort of sits at like a solid 4-star for me. Like it's really nowhere near 5-star territory. Like it is exactly a 4-star for me, you know? Like it's good. It's really solid. But there are like multiple things that could take it to a 5-star for me. And I would still recommend it, but I like to buy special editions. I'm maybe not quite there, you know? Love that for you. I'm gonna have dinner and read. So you want to talk about race for my book club? Nice. I need to get to book 2 of the Bone Season ASAP. I liked book 2. I think book 2 is really interesting. I like where she took the story after the first one was so like they have to escape from a certain place and like setting up everything, and it's very dystopian, very like scary. The second book takes a completely different like tack and completely different pace, and it's more about the underworld and the gangs and the politics of that, and I really like that. I like that she took it in that direction. And now book 3 is going to be a bit more about the rebellion in general. Like book 2 was almost all about the infighting in the mime gangs and stuff, and now book 3 is like gonna be right, let's get our shit together and like rebel against the government. So I guess it's sort of like Mockingjay vibes, or like second half of Catching Fire vibes. I'm hoping it's still gonna be exciting. Like there are a couple of plot twists, or maybe like only really one plot twist in the Mime Order. Not really any in the first one, and I just love a plot twist. I love a reveal. That is my like favorite thing in books. So I'm intrigued to see what will happen in this book, despite the fact that I've read it before. But also she's revised it, so it could have completely changed, but I wouldn't know because I don't remember a single fucking thing about it. Oh my god, I read it in August. Fuck. I need to read a summary before starting book 2. Yeah. To be fair, I feel like not a lot happens that's relevant to book 2. It is kind of like an isolated own thing. If you can't find a good summary, I can send you a message on Instagram or something and tell you like run it down if you want. Like all the important shit. I forgot to say that they always come with a bookmark. This is kind of ugly though, in my opinion. The bronze and the blue, like I don't know, it's just giving Ravenclaw and then like ew, J.K. Rowling. Anyway, let's put the timer on. That is too long, I think. We are gonna go, if it decides to work, for 45 minutes. Personal summary, heck yes. Yeah, this is what you're getting. You know, this is the service you get when you support me. Hang on, that's too long. Okay, 45-ish minutes. We're back at 25 past 7. I don't think I'm gonna read straight away. I need to. I feel a bit funny. So I'm gonna go do something else and then read maybe. I don't know. But I'll see you either way. I'll see you here at 25 past 7. Bye bye. Hello. Hello. Pardon me. I got I have to divide the number by 3 because there's for some reason like loads of pages in this. Like it says 894 pages in this BorrowBox version, but every time I click next on a page it jumps 3 pages, so I need to divide by 3. So I got about 47 pages, which is pretty good, I think. Considering I didn't even read for the whole time. That is one thing I will say about the Bone Season series. Like, it is quite easy to read. Like, it's not complicated. I wouldn't say it's fast-paced, but it's like the style of writing is just quite easy to read. Hattie, I have read The Pages of Powerless. What, 150 pages? You read 150 pages in that time? That's crazy. 894 over 3. Why is my... This is a really short book. It's only 298 pages. Which I think I knew that because I originally used to own the original paperbacks. And the songwriting was always shorter. Let me just have a look on Goodreads. Songwriting. It says 384 pages of hardcover, but I'm sure it's less than that. Well, it's not very long according to this, so I'm flying through it. I'm on... What? 142 out of 894. I'm like 16% of the way already, which I feel like is quite far, to be fair. Oh, you only needed to read 70-ish. Sorry, in your previous message you said a minimum of 150 in general. Okay, no worries. I'm now working on getting Instagram post descriptions ready. Nice. 40 pages for Mall. Need this book gone tonight. Is this the one that you said you weren't enjoying? I don't know if it's a different book to Thursday or if I'm... You see Biscuit is moving around in the background. He's just like a shape. Are you okay? She's old and stiff now. She will eventually sit down. Coach. Too much blanket. She doesn't like how many blankets are on there. Oh, you finished Swordcatcher. What did you rate it? Oh, she's sat down now. Never mind. Hey, Charlotte. I'm going back to work tomorrow after 4 weeks of being at home with a broken elbow. What? How did you break it? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah, I can imagine not looking forward to it after 4 weeks off. I'd be landed. I mean, I've been off work for like 18 months, so... There's me going, oh my god, that's sick. I'd love that. I'm literally currently in it, but it's actually pretty good, but it's making me sad. Oh, the current book. 2.5 for Swordcatcher. Boo. Cassie Clare. Stick to Shadowhunters, I guess. That's rough. I hate having read a book and then it ends up being a 2-star. I'm like, what a waste of my fucking time, you know? Just trying to catch a train and fell down. Oh, bless you. I'm like, that image is in my head now. Obviously, I don't know what you look like, but like just someone running for a train and fall. Oh, bless you. It's just such a setup novel. Oh. Considering, isn't it only a duology? Or have I made that up? I know the second one just came out, but I feel like it's duology. I hate when a book is a setup book. Like, I get it, but also I don't. Page unavailable. Goodreads, get a fucking grip. This is not good enough. It's just not good enough. Couple of things have happened in the songwriting so far. Couple of things I do remember, like the main things, like somebody's gone on trial, and I'm like, oh, okay, I remember they were on a trial. And then I remember like the decision and blah blah blah. Obviously, I'm being vague on purpose because it's book 3 in a series. But yeah, the bad thing is in my head, I'm like, oh, great, this isn't too long, so I can get through it. And like, that makes it sound like I don't want to read the book and I don't want to read the series, but I do. But I think like, because I've just read a Brandon Sanderson finale of all things, the way he writes and the way his books are so incredible that like anything I read straight after is gonna be like, oh, it's just not as good. So like there's that partially in my head, and also I've been wanting to carry on the Black Sun trilogy, which is the Between Earth and Sky trilogy. Like Black Sun, I want to move on to Fevered Star next. That's my like, come on, let's go. I am starting A Sky Beyond the Storm on Tuesday because that's when I'm driving to Sheffield, so I'm saving that audiobook to start on Tuesday. So then I was like, oh, like I need to do something, like read something in between. I need to pick something up today. So I was like, okay, songwriting. So I've only got 8 days left on the library renewal reserve online. And then the fucking Mask Falling, which is the 4th book, comes through on like the 9th of March, but I'm probably not going to read it till end of March, maybe start of April, because I will get a couple of renewals again. I think I can get like 5 or I think I can squeeze 6 weeks out of it, because I believe when I renew it then gives me 16 days, and I can renew twice. So I believe in about 6 weeks, maybe a little bit more. So again, I'll probably leave it close to the end of like needing to send it back for the Mask Falling, because I just don't like binging series, which sounds odd. Like, I don't know why that sounds counterproductive. It sounds like not usual, but like I really need to pick up books in between, because otherwise like a series will all blur into one. And I can't find a distinction in my head for like rating the books individually, I guess. Like rating and enjoying the books as individual books. Which is why I've kind of interspersed, like, especially with my rereads. Like I reread Iron Widow to read Heavenly Tyrant, the sequel. I've been rereading the Bone Season in order to read the new Bone Season when it comes out. And also, what's the other one? Black Sun, again, interspersed that because I want to continue on to Fevered Star. That's a reread. I also, this year, would like to catch up with This Woven Kingdom, which, other than House of Earth and Blood, which I see as a standalone, House of Earth and Blood as its own thing, as its own story, like, I actually don't think House of Earth and Blood needed a sequel, but that's like another story for another time. Like we can discuss that another point. That is a long discussion to be had. But This Woven Kingdom as a romantasy, I think is my favorite romantasy. Like, even before romantasy was a thing, you still had fantasy that had more elements of romance than others. Like, I guess romantasy before romantasy was a thing, like officially, like more of a solid difference between genres. Like, An Ember in the Ashes has a fair amount of romance, and like speaking about the romance and speaking about them clearly being in love with each other and the will they won't they and the push and pull of that. And then also there's other relationships in the series as well that develop from different character POVs. I would say An Ember in the Ashes is like the middle ground between pure fantasy or pure romantasy, but it leans maybe a little bit more towards romantasy. And I love An Ember in the Ashes. I think it's really good, but it's more of like again, it's a bit like the Bone Seasons for me. It's like a solid 4-star series. There was something that's just holding me back with it that like won't let me give it 5 stars. But This Woven Kingdom by Tahereh Mafi, that first book, I don't know what it was, but just like from start to finish, the yearning, the like male wife of it all, like the guy was obsessed with her from the start, and not in a creepy way and not in like a sexual way. It was all just like, oh my god, this woman is the most beautiful creature I've ever seen in my life. I must protect her with my life. And then there's like the added angst of like, she is I don't think it's witch, but like she can use magic and magic is banned. And he knows that, but he is obsessed with her, and his character development going from like hating all people who use magic because there's like a stigma and blah blah blah, and I think possibly like magic killed like a member of his family or something. I can't remember really. It was ages ago I read it. But he's just so obsessed with this woman because she's so beautiful and so strong and so awesome that he just like completely changes his opinion, and I just love that. And again, it's not necessarily like 100% the best written thing ever. Like Brandon Sanderson, I could tell you like anyone can read that and enjoy it because it's structurally so perfect and like objectively really good. This Woven Kingdom was just like, if there was like a scale, you recommend things like Sarah J Maas when it's like, it's junk food, right? Like it's, you know, it's really not that good, but you are hooked. This Woven Kingdom is kind of in between. I feel like it is pretty good. It's probably actually not the best, but I was obsessed from day dot with it. Whereas like ACOTAR and stuff is like objectively really not that good, like really not good, but you kind of like it anyway. But This Woven Kingdom is like a good happy medium. So I want to continue that series this year, so I want to reread This Woven Kingdom and then continue, because the 4th book is out this year. Now I am a little worried because it was initially meant to be a trilogy and then it got extended into being a 5-book series. So I'm worried that when I get to like book 3 is going to be bad because it's like stretched. And like book 3 was meant to be the series finale. But I'm not gonna like, I don't want to like predict it to be bad, you know? And I will say, like you just said, Charlotte, you said I personally didn't vibe with This Woven Kingdom, can't really say why. I feel like it's kind of a love or hate. Like the friends and following, it's like on my Goodreads, like people I am friends with or follow, it seems to be like a lot of people have either given it 2 stars, 1 or 2 stars. Charlotte, I think that might be you actually with the 1 star. Or like 4.5 stars, loved this. Or like 2 star. Like there's kind of, it's like 2 ends of the spectrum. There's not really like a 3 like, this was okay. It's kind of like you've either loved it or you hated it. But yeah, I'm obsessed. And to be honest, this has made me want to go back and maybe read Shatter Me. Now I know that would be a different experience because Shatter Me is very old, so it's probably very much of its time. And I know she's written like loads of sequels that apparently like some of them are bad, or like some of them have been unnecessary. More recently, there's been a sequel series of Shatter Me. I think it's called Watch Me. I know this because there was a Waterstones edition that keeps popping up on my like ads on Instagram. Is it called Watch Me? I'm just on the Waterstones website. Yeah, Watch Me. And this is like set years later. Why is it not showing me? Waterstones Watch Me. Images. Okay, yeah. Oh, Blackwell has its own one as well. Okay, I'll just show you this. Oops. How do I? Okay. Why is it such bad quality? This is sorry. This is very low FPS, but you can see not FPS quality, but you can see there's like a sort of aurora borealis kind of edge on Blackwells. This is out in April, by the way. And then the Waterstones one. Is it gonna let me open this because it's on Facebook? Go away. Yeah, it's got these constellation edges. It's not even letting me scroll down, but it's got these constellation edges for the Waterstones edition. So I was in two minds whether to pre-order it, but I didn't because I've not read Shatter Me, so there's no point in me buying the sequel series. Romantasy is the thing the publisher pushing right now, and they're all coming across to me as a mere monolith, just rinse and repeat. But I'm currently reading The Shepherd King duo, and this is well written and more importantly unique. Ooh, Denise, let's have a look. The Shepherd King, I do 100% agree. I spelled it the same way you did, and I think that's wrong. Oh, One Dark Window. Is that what this is? The Shepherd King duo. Yeah. One Dark Window. Rachel Gillig, right? Ooh, 4.29. One Dark Window. Yes, yeah. Oh, and Charlotte, you're saying this one's good as well. This is a high rating. For how many ratings that has as well, that's very high. I actually do own this. I've got the Fairy Loot edition of this. I've not got to it yet, but it is on my 25 books to read in 2025 list. Obviously on my physical TBR as well. So maybe I need to push this one up the TBR then, especially if you're recommending it. But I do agree, Denise. A lot of Romantasy now, it's being like taken from, a lot of it's being taken from like Kindle Unlimited self-published stuff, I feel. And it's all the same. Like Fourth Wing was probably the most unique one in a while, like maybe since From Blood and Ash. And these are a good few years apart that they were published. And everything in between, and particularly in the last 18 months to 2 years, like, you know, the rise of the Fairy Loot Romantasy box and everything, it's just really not good quality stuff. And again, like you said, it's all the same. I'm like, come on, give me something unique. Give me yearning. Give me characters. Brandon Sanderson says that ideas are cheap, right? If you have a similar idea to something else, but you yourself take other tropes and weave them in, turn tropes on their head, subvert them, and you also write really good characters and really good structure / setting, then you're gonna be successful. No matter if the ideas are the same as, say, another book, right? And that is true because you have so many tropes, but some books do it much better than others. And it doesn't mean I don't want to read that trope anymore. If I read 5 books that have trials and they're all really good, I'm still going to want to read trials because I love trials as a trope. So it's just bad. It's just bad quality, I guess. But I will take this recommendation and I will move it up my list 100% because, especially with that rating, is this young adult? Yeah. For young adult, that is a high rating. That is a high rating. Do you know what's going to annoy me now is I'm going to read this and I'm going to absolutely fall in love with it, and then I'm going to have missed out on the Fairy Loot like sequel. Because I've been trying not to buy sequels if I haven't read the fucking first book. But then it's obviously so hard to know A, what's going to be popular, like if I would then be able to sell it on later if I didn't like it, like get any money back, or B, if I'm going to love it or not. Like I don't know until I read it. Which is why I'm trying to catch up on my physical TBR before I get any more subscriptions again, if I were even to get any more again. Oh, Charlotte, sorry, I missed your message about surgery. Oh, you didn't need surgery. Last time I broke my... You've broken your elbow before? Dude, I've never broken a single bone. How is this happening to you? I needed surgery, was in physical therapy for the next 8 months. Now is moving great after like 2 weeks. Oh well, at least it was only a little break. Just a little teeny, like a little. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I will definitely move that one up my list. Oh my god, yeah, all the reviews 5, 4, 4, 4.5, 4.5. A couple of threes from friends, but a lot of high ratings from people that I have similar taste to. Jade, Steph, Katie. Yeah. Oh, and then Charlotte, you've given it 4.5 as well. Nice. No, that's good. That's very exciting. Like I struggle with what to pick next in terms of reading, especially when I know nothing about these series, so that like really helps. Okay. Shall we go for another sprinteroonie? I think we can go until 8:30 because it's 7:45 now. So that gives us 45 minutes. And I'm excited to continue and get this over with, which sounds really bad, but that is what it is. Oh, it's actually something they would perform surgery on because of the displacement, but as I was moving great without much pain, they didn't go for surgery this time. Well, I'm glad you didn't have to have surgery this time. Good job. Right, I will see you guys back here at 8:30. Bye. Hello. How's it going? Let me calculate my pages. So odd that it just like times everything by 3. Not me forgetting what it actually is. 262. 262 divided by 3 is 87. So I got 40 pages that time, which weirdly is less. I think it must be less because there's quite a lot of pages at the start of the book that have like a load of info on it about the clairvoyance and maps and shit like that. And there's an index of chapters as well, so that must have been the reason why. So I got 40 pages that time. I'm nearing a third of the way through the book, which is, again, is quite a lot. I feel like that's quite far for like one sitting, I guess. Like it feels like I'm racing through it, and I am remembering like some stuff has happened and I'm like, okay, I did remember that this happened. I think like I've remembered like really big broad versions of what's happened, but I don't know any of like the in-betweens or any of the details. So like a particular thing has happened and I'm like, oh right, yeah, that happened, but I'm not remembering like particular conversations or like interactions between characters, so it's still kind of new-ish. I don't think anything's gonna surprise me though, because I think the main thing is them finding something to destroy it, like so basically an asset that the government has is to destroy it is the main goal of this book. But I don't remember that. I feel like that happens near the end, but I don't remember if there is a plot twist or like a cliffhanger or anything. Like at the end of the Mime Order is like huge plot twist, huge cliffhanger. So then the start of this third book picks up straight away. But I don't remember what happens at the end of this, so I'm interested to find out. I haven't read a single page, but I did have dinner and called my friends. Well, that's still good. You weren't, doom scrolling or anything. Managed around 30 this time. Only 24 pages to go. 90% sure I'm gonna cry. Oh, you will finish that in the next sprint. Oh. How many books are you on this year so far, Moll? I feel like I remember you saying January was like a really slow start, but I feel like you've picked up quite a bit since. Like your pace has picked up. Not that you have to pick up the pace or anyone has to pick up the pace, but that's from what I remember. I have read 24 books so far. Hero of Ages was the 24th book. Half of those being manga volumes. I know I always say that. I always say that as if it's a disclaimer. Like, it kind of is. It's not 24 full-length novels, like, it's fucking pictures. Which, again, yeah, it counts. I'm not saying it doesn't count, but you have to... I don't want people thinking I'm like, yeah, I've read 25 books and they're all fucking 600 pages long. No. No. I'm already thinking about what I want to pick up next, though. Like, I want to finish this and get it done. But I think that's because as well, like, I've read it before. That's probably part of it as well. Like, I have read it before, even though I'm saying I can't remember bits. Now that I'm reading it, I'm like, well, I do actually remember this. I'm pretty sure I gave this 4 stars. But, like, so far, for me, it's reading, like, a 3. Like, it's okay. I wouldn't say it's, like, anything to write home about. Like, book 1 was a solid 4. And then when I reread the revised version, I sort of, like, was like, it's kind of a 4.5 now. Mime Order was a solid 4. It remained as a solid 4 when I reread the revised version. I'm just checking my Goodreads for Song Rising. Yeah, I just gave it 4 stars again. And this was December 2022. Yeah, I was going through a rough time in December 2022. I had COVID at this point, so no wonder I was completely out of it listening to this audio. Yeah, I have a feeling if the ending is good, it'll probably end up being a 4 still. But obviously right now I don't remember what the ending was. But currently where we're at, a third of the way through, I'm like, it's okay. I'm not like something like the main character has done something that I would call stupid and ridiculously stupid, strategy wise. Like, it risked people's lives, like people have died, and you've made this decision based on a whim. But it's fine. That pissed me off. And it pissed me off when I first read it as well. So currently it's like, it's a 3, but I like doing this. I like kind of discussing like how my rating evolves throughout reading a book, especially if by the end it becomes a 5-star. I find that so interesting. Like with Blood Over Brighthaven, it wasn't a 5-star, but it ended up being a 4.5, and I was like, at one point I was like, this is like a 2, which is crazy. But yeah. Oh, it's only my 10th, I think. I've actually slowed down as I'm mentally preparing to leave the house for more than 24 hours in 2 weeks. AKA go on holiday. Is this the New York holiday? That's so funny that it's 2 weeks away and you're still like, oh, guys, I need to mentally prepare to slow down. Denise, I gave myself a 4-day readcation for my birthday to binge this series. And I'm a half day off schedule, but I've banished everyone from my kingdom of the day for the day with a command of don't talk to me, just throw candy. That, honestly, Denise, that's such a mood. What series was it again? I don't remember if you said. Is it the Shepherd King duo? Is that what you're reading right now? Or were you just mentioning that before as a good one? Like, just as a recommendation? Either way, yeah, mood. Absolute mood. I was also going to talk to you guys about a load of books that I pre-ordered. Because pre-ordering on Waterstones, in case you didn't know, you don't get charged until the book is released. So like pre-ordering, you don't spend any money. So like, it's basically free. Yes, I'm almost through book 1. Ooh, I have a feeling it's going to be a 5-star for you from what you've said. Yes, go to New York, watch hockey, and buy books. Yeehaw! Hell fucking yeah. Anyway, so I've pre-ordered £186.93 worth of books. Yeah, and some of them I just don't even know what they are. Speaking of Rachel Gillig, though, I did pre-order The Knight and the Moth. Denise. Mary. Mariana Cross. Anyway, I pre-ordered this. Denise, the Rachel Gillig, the new Rachel Gillig, which is romantasy specifically. Whereas I think the other one isn't. Maybe it is. You did say it was romantasy. But this has got these cool edges. Didn't even wait for triple points. Oh, you're so right. To be fair, the last time we had triple points, I was looking at like pre-orders for like special editions in science fiction and fantasy, and I didn't want any of them. So I think all of these have been like announced since the last time. Cancel them all immediately. I usually do that, to be fair, when the next triple points comes around, which, let's be real, it's probably going to be like Easter weekend, I reckon. Like, I don't think there's any other holidays coming up, and they don't tend to do it randomly. It might even just be double as well, which should be devastating. But usually I pre-order them all in general, and then if any haven't come out, I pre-order them all because some might arrive before like a triple points comes. Not me showing my full fucking address on stream. What the fuck? I'm so stupid. It's fine. Let's just pretend that wasn't there. I will not be leaving this VOD up. I'm an idiot. Anyway, it'll be Easter probs, won't it? Yeah. But like, for example, Sunrise on the Reaping is gonna come out before Easter. So like I want the ones that will arrive before the next triple, I'll just let them arrive. But then when the triple comes, I will when is it, that book day or whatever in the UK? I think that's been recently, World Book Day. I think that was recently, was it not? Oh, Thursday 6th of March. So you might be right, Denise. Oh, Moll said March 3rd. Yeah, close enough. Ooh, Denise, you're right. I may put like something on my calendar, like in my calendar in my phone. I'm fine with the fact that I've done this because obviously I haven't paid for any of it yet. But when the triple points come again, I'll cancel this order and reorder it. I don't think any of these are gonna run out. Like, I don't think they're gonna sell out. They're not popular enough. And what I was going to say is the reason I bought the Waterstones edition was, I mean, number one, that's pretty. It's not like life-changingly pretty, but I don't know whether I like the author enough to like spend more money on like a Fairy Loot edition, you know? So I'm not sure like if a Fairy Loot edition would be worth it for me. I may actually get access to some kind of pre-order for this because I got the One Dark Window box. Like I have One Dark Window by Fairy Loot, so maybe they'll do a pre-order for this. And if so, I may cancel this one. But this is obviously, I mean, to be fair, 20 quid for a hardback in Waterstones now, and Fairy Loot books are like 23 quid, so it's not even that much more, and it'll probably be a lot nicer. But I'll hold out and I'll see, because this is May. It's a little while away yet, so Fairy Loot won't have announced it yet, I don't think. Or maybe they have announced it. I could go check. Medusa, is that Jennifer saying? No, actually. Where's the Medusa one? This is Rosie Hewlett. And she did Medea, which I also have. I'm pretty sure I have Medea on my Greek myth shelf. Yeah, so this is Medusa. I got Hecate as well. I don't even know how else you pronounce it, but this had some cool edges as well. And this is by Nikita Gill. I don't know who that is, but I am a real sucker for Greek myth retellings, so yeah. But this apparently is a best-selling poet who is retelling Hecate, so a poet is probably going to be very good prose in this one. So yeah, I've got those two. I've got Tusk Love, which for those of you who don't know, it's only got like a normal spread edge, but it is signed. I don't know if the cast of Critical Role will sign it or if it'll just be Thea. Is this the Hurricane Wars girl? Oh, the thing is I heard really bad stuff about the Hurricane Wars. Like it was badly written. But Tusk Love is a Critical Role book. And the fact that it's Critical Role just makes me want it. So, I've ordered Tusk Love. This one is Tudor Lesbians. So I'm pretty sure it's about two of Henry's wives, like, falling in love. It's a romantasy revolving around the famed 6 Tudor queens. A sultry sapphic and utterly transformative spin on the wives of Henry VIII. So it's Anne Boleyn and Jane Seymour. Epic fantasy filled with dragons, court politics, and sapphic yearning. So this is right up my street. My sister just read and loved Hurricane Wars, but she doesn't read a whole lot. Yeah, I read a lot of reviews that were like, this is just Reylo fan fiction and it's not been edited well. And it's just like, again, like Denise was saying earlier, like romantasy, like generic romantasy, and like no basis for, like it was very obviously fan fiction that had been turned into a book, apparently. That is, and a lot of the thing is, I think that was one of the books that was review bombed. So it's been hard to find like reliable review. Like it's got a 3.67, which is quite low, but it was one of those ones that was review bombed. So then a lot of people also went the other way and like gave it 5 stars in order to counteract the review bombing. So I can't really like, yeah. But I think, yeah, 2 stars, 1 star, DNF, 2.5, and then like a 4. And like the people that I tend to have more in common with reading wise, like Becca, Ashley here, Christy, Sandra, I have more in common with these people in a reading way, and them giving it such low ratings has made me like not really bother. But hopefully Tusk Love is different. Hopefully, who knows? But yeah, this is the Tudor thing. I love that you said you're sold, Denise, because I was like, same. This is one that I just saw on an Instagram ad. It says it has sprayed edges, but it doesn't say what it is. But I pre-ordered it anyway because I want to support Sapphic books anyway. So even if it's bad, I want to show that there is demand for Sapphic books. The next one I have is The River Has Roots. If it decides to load. And then I do have Sunrise on the Reaping. This has exclusive end papers, I guess. Oh! The reason I bought this was because it's from the co-author of This Is How You Lose the Time War, which obviously everybody loves. And this is an atmospheric slice of fantasy fiction centered on 2 inseparable sisters who live on the edge of fairy. So it says meet 2 sisters who cannot be separated even in death. So that makes me, that sounds cool. They tend and harvest enchanted willows and honor an ancient compact to sing to them in thanks for their magic. I just think that sounds so cool and whimsical. And possibly dark. And this is, does it say whether it's young adult or adult? Publisher Quercus Publishing. I never heard of that. But it is the solo debut of one of the authors of This Is How You Lose Time War. We love Dem Sapphics, yeah, absolutely. Wait, Curse Brown doesn't come out till the 21st. Why did I get my copy already? Where's it from? Sometimes Waterstones and Amazon like ship out early. Oh, the other page says 18th. Oh, but that's 2 days away still. No, this one says 13th. Are you in the UK, Leo? I forget. This one says 13th. That is a really nice edge for Waterstones. Wait. I'm writing Cardiff because I don't want to show, like... Are there any... Wells, Tribal, Hereford? Why are they so far away? What about Swansea? None near Swansea. That's nice. I don't think I own Feybound though. I think I saw it on that I had it on Everand, so I was like, oh, I'm not gonna buy it. But still too early. I got it from our biggest German bookseller. Maybe they've done it based on the UK release date, possibly. Not the 10 different dates on all pages. I just want the author to benefit from my pre-order. I know, yeah, I hate when they put stuff out early or ship early. Have a look in Bristol. To be fair, this is the sequel anyway, so I would have to get my hands on the first one. Oh, this is the paperback. Maybe they didn't even do a special edition of the first one, because sometimes they don't. Oh, wait, no. Wow, I'm surprised I didn't buy this. Should we see how much it's going for? Waterstones, Feybound. Okay. Vinted. Signed. Oops. 790 SEK. I don't know how much that is in pounds. Vinted.hu. What fucking... Again, 790 sec. I don't know how much... I don't know what the exchange rate is. Fuck my life. Right. eBay? I don't fucking know. You should have. It's so good. Joking, do whatever you want. I'm just confused. I feel like 52 quid is not that bad. And then other people are selling the sequel for like 42 quid. 70 quid. £57. 50 quid though. I've never paid above cost for any books. Oh, that's 60 GBP, the sec one you saw. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. Feybound Waterstones. Yeah, 57. Decline. I knew that Goldsboro did it. That's crazy that the people are selling the Goldsboro for a similar amount. I think I was going... Oh, wow. Oh, like, okay, but, like, that's so nice. Oh, I haven't even read the book. I need to stop this. Stop this nonsense. This is why I shouldn't be allowed a credit card. Anyway, I also pre-ordered Skandar 5, which is the final book in the Skandar, like, middle grade series. Have I read one of them yet? No. Do I own all of the Waterstones editions? Yes, because I hated missing out on all of the Nevermore editions when they came out. Like the hardback sprayed edge ones. I was devastated. So I've just got all of these now. And then I showed you Medusa, and I showed you Night in the Moth. And then these two ones, again, like Six Wild Crowns and The River Has Roots, like I hadn't heard of them, but they sound really good. And I looked up kind of the reviews on Goodreads, even though they're not, obviously this one's like April, so there's a couple of ARC reviews, and this one's March, so again, ARC reviews were really good. So I found a Fairy Elite one on Pango about 3 months ago for $35. Damn. But maybe with book 2 coming out, it might be a bit more. Yeah, that's true. Like the price will definitely go up around since the second one's just come out. It'll die down again though. Anyway, this is Firebird. New series, The Fire That Binds. So this is a must-read dark romantasy from the author of best-selling Stay a Spell series, which I don't know what that is, but... So, the Roman emperor's nephew taking on the form of a dragon to save a bewitchingly beautiful dancer. So a scorching dark romantasy set in ancient Rome, and I just love ancient Rome. And supposedly House of the Dragon meets From Blood and Ash. And this gives me very This Woven Kingdom vibes. Like, from the moment he laid eyes on her, he was enthralled. Like, yes! Yeah. So, excited. If this is done well, and this edge was so cool that I was like, I think I'm gonna just pre-order that. 22 quid is crazy, though. Next up we have Idlefire. This doesn't have... Why have I pre-ordered this? It's not even a special edition. It's just signed. Maybe I just really liked it. Oh, it's because it's Sapphic. It's because it's Sapphic and I wanted to support Sapphic authors. So, again, it's a romantasy, but two lost souls, one seeking to prove herself, the other looking for redemption, find each other on their way to the mythical city of Nivella, where magical powers lay dormant for now. So it is an epic Sapphic fantasy inspired by the fall of Rome, by the author of the Frontier and Floating Hotel. I own Floating Hotel, but I've not read it yet. So basically, this is just an epic sapphic fantasy, and that is pretty much the only reason that I ordered it. But this is soon. Still before World Book Day though, so I can still cancel and get the triple points, triple stamps. Bro, like, oh yes, lesbians. Yeah, literally. Let me write that down. Right, let me order that. Done. Where's my where are my emotes? Me, lesbians. GG. But yeah, those are my pre-orders. That I pre-ordered the other night. But thank you, Molly, for reminding me of triple stamps. I actually have 45 quid on my Waterstones card at the moment. And Denise, I keep forgetting. I know you said about me being able to use your stamps because you can't use them. I need to figure out how that works in terms of using it, because I'm not sure. I know I wouldn't be able to order anything online because obviously my card is attached to my account, but I'm wondering if I could use it in store and they could just scan a screenshot of it, possibly. I don't know, but then I don't want to like go around the store, have like a stack of books, get to the counter and be like, yeah, scan it, and then they're like, this doesn't work. Could you imagine? That would be so embarrassing. I'd be like, oh, okay, cool. But yeah, thank you for the offer. And we'll figure it out. I keep forgetting to mention it as well. But yeah, for those who don't know, Waterstones, a little while back, decided that international customers can just no longer use the stamps. They're just not allowed. Like, it doesn't apply to international orders, as in like shipping from the UK to outside the UK. I don't know if that's a Brexit thing or if it's just Waterstones being absolute assholes. It sounds like the latter though. It sounds like they just don't want them, like, I don't know, like they just want to make more money off people. I don't fucking know. But Denise was telling me that like they barely gave any notice. Like they sort of gave like a month or so grace to use the stamps, and then also like she was saying like, but it's like also just hidden in your emails, like it's really not obvious. So she was very generous and offered me to be able to use the stamps, that like the stamp amount that's on her card currently, because it's like the deadline passed for her to be able to use it. So we'll figure it out and we'll maybe do like a haul or something based on that, in memory of Denise's Waterstone stamps. That's so stupid. Fuck, I'm like, that's kind of crazy, and also making me want to cancel my order now. I'm like, why are you just assholes? Yeah, whatever. I don't want to get too angry. Right. We're going to do one more sprint. How long should we go for? Let's do 45 minutes. Or should we do, 45 minutes. Up till 9:45 is nice. I think it's a nice amount, you know? Okay. Grumble, grumble. Literally just be like... Right, 45 minutes, last sprint. This has been a good sprint, good stream, I think. I'm happy, even though we had technical issues at the beginning. 45 minutes, and I'll see you guys back here at 9:45 to say a little goodnight, an update on where we got to. All right, bye-bye. Hello, mortals. How are we? I got about 32 pages that time. I got a little bit distracted near the end there. But 32 pages is not bad. So overall tonight, I've read 119 pages, which is almost exactly a third of the Song Rising. So I'm quite happy with that progress tonight. In about, 2 hours of sprints? Like 2 hours total actually reading. So that's about my usual reading speed, which is like a page a minute. So I'm happy with that. I could finish this tomorrow if I tried. Possibly like 3 to 4 hours tomorrow. Probably more like 4, considering I did a third in 2 hours, so maybe 4 hours tomorrow. That seems like a lot though. 4 hours sounds like a lot of time, but it's not really in terms of like reading a book. Does that make sense? But it feels like if I dedicated 4 whole hours tomorrow, that would be like loads. There's nothing wrong with me not finishing it before I start A Sky Beyond the Storm Tuesday morning though, so nothing wrong with that. Leo has probably already gone to bed, but good night. Thanks for joining. Yeah, pretty good stream. Thanks guys for joining me. I am happy with the amount that I read, and I'm excited to continue reading, keeping up with my reading, especially keeping up with my physical TBR. It's gone well. Booked our Rangers tickets. Still got 10 pages till I finish, but we'll finish after I've had a shower. Did not cry because it was resolved a little quick, but I did cry booking the Rangers. So the crying still occurred. You know, the prediction was correct. All right. Thanks, guys, for joining me, and I will see you again on Thursday because I will be back from being away for more sprints on Thursday because I want to get more reading. I may even start doing 3 a week because I bloody want to get on with reading. Nostar. Good night.